Also, who decided to call Benjamin Bratt Detective
Tom Lone.
Is he a porn star? Detective
Tom Lone.
Hello, you. Welcome back to another episode of Flick Flop, where three cinema lovers revisit a film from the past and decide if it's a must-see movie or a total dud. He lives a life untamed. Sean Vickers, what's up? Cat got your tongue?
Cat has got my tongue today. I mean, don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to save it for Flick Flop because I have a lot to say about today's movie.
Amazing. Now, sometimes she's bad, but only as bad as she wants to be. Gail Porter, hello.
I know that's a terrible thing to say. Am I bad? Am I not? I don't know. You've made me bad.
You're bad, Gail, but in all the best ways.
So the movie today is a 2004 American superhero film, loosely based on the DC comic character of the same name. Or is it? Guys, where do we start with this one? Catwoman.
I mean, I'm glad I've seen it.
That's all you need to say. You don't need to say anything else. I think that sells it.
And that's the end of Flick Flop. It's kind of a moment in time. I'm still reeling from it, really, from a range of emotions, but it's quite special. Maybe not for the right reasons, but yeah, wow.
I adore you both. Do you know what? You make my lockdown because I'm watching things that make my eyes bleed. I always want to spoil the whole story. But anyway, he's at the bottom of her, like where she's living, and she's going to go and rescue a cat. And he's going, no, don't. And then with about 20 seconds, he's up there on a top story rescuing Halle Berry. And also Sharon Stone was in it.
The irony is that she dies and comes back to life, but I actually thought she had more life to begin with.
I was quite shocked about her fashion sense when she was Patience Phillips. You know, she's supposed to be this creative powerhouse. She's this graphic designer / artist. But wow, some of the fashions, I was like, Halle babes, really? So the film centers around Patience Phillips, who is this kind of meek graphic designer / artist, and she's working at this massive cosmetics company called Hedare. Is it Hedare?
I don't think even they knew, to be honest.
Hedare is run by this kind of like sinister French dude and Sharon Stone.
He's married to Sharon.
Because I had to Google him. I couldn't decide whether it was just his bad acting or the fact that he was putting on a different accent. Of course, he is French in real life, but in the movie, I think he's meant to be British, but I don't know.
No way. No, I'm putting my foot down. Anyway, we digress.
Yes. So
Sharon and the French / British guy, let you decide, are quite sinister, and they're working on this product called
Pauline.
So camp.
Pauline.
It's like revolutionary product. Everyone's going wild, and Sharon's the face of the company. Halle Berry has an off day, and the French / British guy isn't particularly happy with her work, and so sends her off to do some further work on her graphic design. Anyway, she goes to try and find him, and Halle Berry then unveils that
Pauline
isn't what it seems.
Shock
and
horror.
Actually is quite a sinister product. I don't want to do any spoilers, but I mean, it's got a Razzie, so no problems there.
You know this from the very beginning when Sharon Stone and the husband, they showed the image that Halle Berry had done for the advertising campaign, and he's like, this is not good. And she's like, and she's wearing like white stilettos going.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like in my office. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I get a job?
Halle Berry discovers something is quite questionable about Hedare. She finds something out which leads to her being flushed down the bog, I think. She gets like into...
Shame they didn't do that with the film, isn't it?
An Egyptian Mao cat bites her or does something spiritual with her.
That was some weird CGI, wasn't it?
She becomes this other thing, which is a Catwoman.
That was a scene that I had to keep rewinding going, she got, what is happening? She got...
Flushed down the toilet, babe.
Whole CGI thing with the cat and the fangs like that. And I kept looking at my cat upstairs going, oh my God, I know it's lockdown, but is everything okay up here?
I think there is a lesson to be learned in this film.
Don't watch what Phil Marriott tells you to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that, but if you see a cat in distress that's way up, above street level, just don't go and rescue it yourself. Get the fire brigade to come out and do it, because you're going to get into trouble. You're going to be teetering.
Benjamin Bratt is downstairs, and then he'll suddenly be upstairs really quickly and save you.
He's quite fast at getting up flights of stairs, isn't he?
I actually timed it. I was like, hang on a minute. I was like, oh my God, I'm so boring. I've actually timed it. He went up there in like 5 seconds, and it was like the top of the building, and Benjamin Bratt was down there. And I went, I know about CSI, but wow, that's amazing.
When he gets to the top of the stairs and he opens the door, Norris McWhirter's there from the Guinness Book of Records.
I'm a massive fan of 6 Feet Under, so I was thrilled that the mad cat lady that comes into this film is Frances Connor.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not Frances Connor, it's Frances Conroy, isn't it? And there's that really weird, bizarre scene where Halle Berry just goes nuts over a ball of catnip. Which is one of the funniest scenes in the film.
That was so high camp for me. That was high camp. The thing that really got me, where I was laughing out loud on the sofa, in a superhero movie, you've got good versus evil. And like, she's like the anti-heroine, but there has to be some kind of other. And the other is Sharon Stone. And Sharon Stone's secret weapon is she's put so much moisturizer on, she's made of marble. I mean, at that point, I was like, turn the TV off. Just turn the TV off. What is she trying to achieve? I mean, she's obviously trying to get over the fact that she got killed by a male cat, and now she's a Catwoman. So she's angry about that, and I get that. That's not what happened. That's, it's been flushed down a toilet and turned into a Catwoman. So, I mean, that requires redemption, but I'm just not sure whether I'd buy it.
Well, no, because there's that closing shot, and sorry if this is a spoiler, but this film is 16 years old if you haven't seen it yet. There's that closing shot, she goes off into the distance on her own. And she goes off alone, and you see her bum wiggling, and it's all very, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but okay, sidebar, I'm a massive Britney fan. Some of those moments were a bit like those like 90s Slave For You Britney video bits where like the CGI is whizzing around and she's hair whipping. I was like, wow, they've really lifted some of these video tropes into this film. Like when she's doing that runway in the leather trousers on like a rooftop, I was like, hon, what is this about?
And the music as well. The music seems to be Christina Aguilera just wailing, and there are no songs on the soundtrack. It's bizarre. All of a sudden you just get this. I suppose that's very cat-like.
I've got some background information, like a bit of a nerd.
Of course John does.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm just going to give you this background. They basically shared the script the day that Batman Forever came out. Batman Forever is supposed to be a big family film, and obviously Catwoman is very sexy and slinky and not a family film. And so they think that skew with it. It was in production for a long time. Ashley Judd was lined up to maybe be her.
Oh, wow.
To be Catwoman. They wanted Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer was a bit like, oh, I'm busy. She was like, I'm not going near this thing. So did Ashley Judd. Nicole Kidman was lined up for it.
That's a shocker.
She also said, I'm kind of busy.
Conveniently.
So
Here's the weird thing about Catwoman. I've got a question for you both. If you're really A-list actor, and we've got Halle Berry, we've got Sharon Stone, some really great actors here, and you sense that the direction is a little bit off, because I'm guessing that it's down to the direction of this, because it just feels so weird and woozy, this film. It's all over the place. But would you kind of have an inkling that something's not right on set?
My first thought was, the director, everything was a mess. And I think, you guys are, I'm sure you could maybe do better movies than this. Why would you pick that movie? So I'm just assuming it's cash.
It cost a fortune to make, didn't it?
A fortune. Cost a fortune.
Was it like $100 million or something?
$100 million budget. It grossed $82 million. Look at me, factoids.
I know, yeah, that's impressive. But that's double what Total Recall was. I mean, I know this is 2004. It's a lot after Total Recall, because that was 1990. But it just seems absurd that you would spend that much money. And I think this director had a history of... Didn't he have a history of video effects or visual effects or something?
You just think, to your point, Phil, first scene, Halle Berry hanging out with her girlfriend, what she calls Sarah or something. Okay, deliver the first line. Scene 1, act 1, clapperboard, and then some absolute crap comes out of Halle Berry's mouth. At that point, Halle Berry would be like, I've just got an Oscar for Monsters Ball. I'm not doing this film.
Exactly, you would say
she
something.
Go home and go, I'm not sure this is very good.
I think if someone said to me, or you, or Sean, that you got an Oscar, I would go, when I read Catwoman, that's a no from me. It's no. I'd be writing all my own stuff and going, yeah, I can rock this. But she was wanting to hang out the window with Benjamin Bratt and a cat.
I'm with you, Gail, because I think it starts with the script, and I think the script is a steaming turd emoji. The CGI just made me queasy. I thought it was really bad.
Camera just pans all over the place, and a lot of the time you're not seeing real action, you're seeing computer-generated action, so that makes you feel even more nauseous.
And then they put Halle and Sharon in the mix, who are kind of like the saving grace, because they're both kind of legends.
It's kind of giving the impression that the director wants it to be cartoony, because obviously it's based on the comic, but it didn't feel cartoony.
It doesn't work as a cartoon. It's just kind of like everything to do with Marvel, everything to do with, it didn't work at all. It's like someone has maybe had a join and they don't really know what's happening.
Oh, if only.
There's that point in time where like the superhero movies got either really gritty, like all the Christopher Bailey stuff, like really gritty, like, oh my God, this is really real. Or they went kind of like the super budget, like Squillions, with like all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then there's this bit, and prior to that, you're right, they'd been quite comic booky, like all the Batmans had been very kind of like high colour, high gloss, very comic booky. And maybe they were trying to position this for an older audience. Whoever was in the focus group was wrong. For me, it just didn't land. But you're so right, both of you. Like, why? I just don't get how it sits in the world today.
It felt really juvenile to me. And here's another thing, because like normally with naff movies, I can enjoy them because they can be laugh out loud funny. I mean, I did laugh out loud a couple of times, but I zoned out quite a few times. I didn't enjoy it that much.
I went for a pee twice and I didn't even pause it. So usually I pause it when I go for a pee, but I was just like, you know what, I don't care. So I went a pee, not that I pee for a long time, but I went for a pee and I didn't pause it. And I was like, I'm not even pausing you because I'm bored now. I'd rather just pee and just leave it keep running because it wasn't doing anything for me.
That could go straight on the billboard.
Do you pee faster than Benjamin Bratt runs upstairs? Who's faster?
I pee really quickly and Benjamin Bratt has gone from downstairs to upstairs and I just had a quick pee and he won.
Also, who decided to call Benjamin Bratt Detective
Tom Lowe.
Like, what kind of crap name is that? Is he a porn star? Detective
Tom Lowe.
Again, if only he had been. The verdict is out. I've got a funny feeling we're all going to agree with each other on this one.
It's a flop from me.
It's the hardest thumbs down I've ever given a film for a long time. It is utter drivel.
It's a stinker.
It's a stinker. I've got a new character for the bedroom, Detective
Tom Lowe.
You actually say in the bedroom. I'm frightened now.
A bit of role play. Hi, I'm Detective
Tom Lowe.
I hear your cats on the balcony. Like,
Too much information.
So then, time to reveal which movie we're going to be covering next. I did put out a poll on Twitter. I'm kind of disappointed with the end result. I think you might be too, Sean. Girl icons, musical icons in movies. We got Swept Away, Madonna, of course, starring in that movie. Street Fighter with Kylie. Mariah's Glitter. That was the one I was hoping for. And Britney's Crossroads.
what did we get?
Street Fighter.
Was that my fault?
Did you vote for that, Gail?
Do you want to see Gail? Are you into it?
No, it's just like the fact that Kylie could never ever be a Street Fighter. I've got 2 second dan black belts. I mean, if I saw Kylie in the street, I'm sure she's absolutely lovely, but I'd knock her out with one punch.
That's a TV show I'd watch.
So I just thought I'd like to watch Kylie try and be a Street Fighter.
I am mortally devastated that we can't talk about Glitter by Mariah Carey.
Maybe next time.
We can do it in 1 week.
We can put it on pause, but I definitely would love to discuss it with you too.
I could quite happily do this every single night. Not that I'm single and I live with a cat called Mariah Carey, but no.
Amazing. Well, it's lovely to see you both.
Yeah, always good to see you
Right.
both.
Love
Thanks for watching,
you.
everyone.
And
Thank
thank
you
you
for
all.
See you next time for Street Fighter.
Oh, God.